Hi folks, Mez here. Thank you for tuning in for another update on Plan C, Diary of a Cancer Patient. I think it's been a little over 2 weeks since my last video. So I thought now is the right time to kind of give you guys a bit of an update on what's been happening. So I am currently into my fourth cycle of chemotherapy. That's 4 of 6. And there's definitely a feeling of there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. I feel like I'm approaching the home stretch, and I can see the end. This cycle has been good to me, cycle 4. I've had kind of no adverse side effects. My immune system came back up to full strength relatively quickly, and I'm so grateful for that because this cycle I felt good. I feel good. I feel strong. I've got energy. My wife says that this is the most alert that I've been. This is the most active I've been through all of the cycles, and I feel that way too. I feel strong. I feel good. So it's really been good this cycle. Having said that, there's it doesn't come with its own kind of nightmares. I started experiencing a really kind of sharp pain on Saturday. That's a few days back, 4 days back. A sharp pain in my stomach, a pulsating pain in my stomach, and it was concerning. You know what I mean? This is not a normal feeling that anybody usually gets. The way that I described is I've never suffered from a heart attack, but the way I described it as it felt like a heart attack in my stomach. It was a pulsating pain that happened just above the belly button. And it was concerning enough to ring my medical team and get back into Milton Keynes Hospital cancer unit for them to kind of check me out. They took blood tests, and everything checked out okay. I've had further tests since. We don't exactly know what it was, but we do know that it's not a cause of concern or anything that I need to kind of delay treatment for. Some of the nurses says that because my cancer was in my abdomen area, that this could be some of the chemo meds now starting to attack some of the core elements of the cancer where it first started. That's just I guess an educated guess. There's nothing medical to kind of back that assumption up. But like I said, all the blood tests, they came out good, and all is well. You know, it's been a couple of days since that happened, and I've not had that return. So so far so good. Touch wood. Next week I start my 5th cycle, but before I do, next week I have a scan. It's a CT scan, and this scan is quite important because this scan will actually show me how much or how effective this chemotherapy has been. So I'm anxious, but in a good way. I anticipating good news. My consultant definitely thinks that this is gonna, it's gonna show the results that we're expecting. So let's see, let's see. So that's next week. Round 5 is also next week. And then there's round 6. So I've been doing some calculations. Hopefully by July, beginning July, mid-July, I've gone through all of my chemotherapy, and if it's had the effect that we wanted to do, then I'll be in remission. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. That's it's always good to remain positive, but I have to also remain realistic as well, and a lot can happen between that time. Like I said, cycle 4 has been good to me, but I have to take each day as it comes. Just because I have a good day today doesn't mean that I can't end up in hospital tomorrow. And that's the reality of living with this thing. I can't plan in advance. I can't. Oh, what should we do next week? Kind of thing. I can't do that. I have to live each day, day by day. It all depends on my energy levels, how I'm feeling. So far, it's been great. No complaints so far. But it can all change in a matter of a day. So it's the nature of the beast, unfortunately. But it's all good. I'm feeling good. A lot of people have mentioned that I'm more alert. There's color back in my face. There's a little bit more weight on, which is what I'm trying to increase, which is good. So all that. So with that being addressed, let's crack on with the subject of today's video. Now, I wanted to make this video for a while actually, but with my health kind of fluctuating up and down, it's been quite difficult to do that. But as I said, my energy level's good, so I'm cracking on with these videos again today. So I want to address the number one thing that people say to me when they learn that I've got this cancer, or they check in with me, and that is, how can I help? And people come from a good place. They ask that question because they want to help. They want to see, what is it that they can do that can help me in my situation, or make my situation just that slightly bit easier. And the reality of it is that there's only one way to answer this question, and that is you can't help me. As harsh as that sounds, it's the truth. Unless you've got a cure for this cancer, there's nothing that you can do medically anyway. And people know that, but they want to say, how can I help you? Can I do anything for you? Can I take you somewhere, or can I I don't know, get you anything, do shopping and things like that? And that's nice. The kindness of people really comes out in situations like this. So those people that have offered help in some form, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate that. But the truth is, me and my wife, we're still able to do a lot of the things. My tiredness and fatigue means that there's things that I can't do around the house, chores, working on the garden, mowing the lawn, etc., etc. Those are the things that I haven't been able to kind of do. But these are the things that you can't really kind of ask people to do, if you know what I mean. Like, you can't ask somebody to, oh, you know what, can you pop around and put a wash on, kind of thing. It's that those, hey, who wants to do that, right? Who wants to go through, that and put it on? That's not what I want to do, and that's not the kind of help that I want. If you know what I mean. They're all tasks that I want to achieve when my energy levels are up, because these are the things that I feel that cancer has robbed from me. So if I am able to do it, then it's a feeling of, okay, I've got one up on this cancer thing. And now that I've got that energy, I can start to do that again. A lot of the burden has been put onto my wife, which I don't want to be a burden to her. I really don't. But she's carried me. She's carried me a lot. And I'm very grateful to her. So now that my energy levels are back, I can start to pick up some of that slack. I still get tired. I'm still not at full capacity, but I can start to offload some of that burden on her, and rightly so. But again, people just want to help, and it's got to the point whereby when people ask that question, I just say, you know what, if you want to help, send me chocolate, and they have buy the chocolate. I've had to stop saying that to people, because people are sending me parcels of chocolate, literally parcels of chocolate. I've been happy to like make my way through it, kind of thing. But then, it causes other problems, like where do you store it, kind of thing. So, I'm grateful for those people that have done that. You didn't have to do that. I was only mentioning it as a joke, but thank you for doing that. I love chocolate. You all know that. But yeah, it is what it is. Um, people can't help, not in that way. But the kind of help that does mean a lot to me and is helpful to me is that this cancer, and with it affecting my immune system, locks me in the house, and it takes away the social aspect of my life, catching up with friends, having a chat, finding out what's going on, who's been doing what, who's seen who, all of that things that this kind of robs me of, because we're not able to see people. But when my immunity is up, I'm grateful for the people that do pop in and see me, or do give me a call, do catch up with me. That's the biggest help that anybody can really provide me, is what I call the check-in, right? People that check in with me, see how I'm doing, catch up with me, find out what's going on, ask questions. I'm not certainly shy about talking about this cancer. Hell, I'm putting out YouTube videos here. So to some people, they feel like they can't ask me stuff. Well, you know what? They can. You can. Please do. I'm doing this to raise awareness. So when people check in with me and ask me, how I'm doing, or don't even talk about the cancer at all, just chat to me normally. That's brilliant. That's what I want. It makes me feel normal. It makes me feel human, and that's the biggest help that I can really ask for. But people don't know how to react when they come across a cancer patient. There's people in my friends and family's circle that I thought they're super close to me, and I thought they'd be checking in regularly, and I don't hear a word. Then on the opposite end of the scale, there's people that I haven't even heard from in years, and when they've learned that I've got this cancer, they're ringing me every few days. They're messaging me, "Hey, Mez, how you doing? How are you this week?" And I'm grateful. It shocks me. It has really kind of shocked me who does check in, who doesn't. You know what? If those that don't check in, I don't feel no way. Other than that, everybody reacts to this differently. There's some people that are really curious about this kind of cancer, and there's other people that are kind of, I wouldn't say scared, but they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to deal with the fact that somebody so close to them has got this cancer, and they shy away from me. They step back, and that's a shame. That's a shame. I create these videos, like I said, to raise awareness. Now, if the statistic is 1 in 2 people will have some form of cancer in a lifetime, then if you want to help, then educate yourself on what a cancer patient goes through. Watch these videos. Some people find these videos hard to watch, and I can understand that, right? I can understand that. These videos are not going to be for everybody. That's fine. But if you're not watching the videos, then at least speak to me. Speak to me about the experience. Learn what I'm going through. So if a loved one goes through cancer, you've got a point of reference. You know how to deal with them. You know what to look out for. You know the questions to ask. You know the questions not to ask. These videos are not just me documenting what's happening to me. I'm trying to educate and help. So when people close to me, they're not talking to me, or they're not watching my videos, it's a shame. That's all I say. It's a shame. Awareness is key. That's why I do these videos, raise awareness. Watching these videos does that. It raises awareness. I haven't met anybody who doesn't know that somebody going through cancer. And if that's the case, then we all need to know a lot more about it, right? Whether you get it or not. This is maybe an unpopular opinion, but if that's the statistic, 1 in 2 people will get cancer in their lifetime, then those that have not gone through cancer, you're privileged. I don't wish this on anybody. I don't wish this on anybody at all, not even my worst enemy. Not that I have enemies. But if that is the statistic, and that's a scary statistic, then being prepared is key. Right? Everybody who does have cancer experiences it differently, but there is no better way of learning than a first-hand account. I know of a friend that can't watch these videos. But that doesn't ring me directly to find out what's going on. They find out from somebody else. And there's a little bit of Chinese whispers, right? No one is going to give you the correct account unless it's from the source. So if you're curious, ask the question, have the discussion. It might be difficult for you to watch these videos for 15 minutes out your day. But imagine what it's like to live with it day in, day out. If 15 minutes or however long this video is uncomfortable for you, imagine what you gain from that, from what you've learned from it. That's all I'll say on this. If you want to help educate yourself, watch these videos, ask these questions, and raise awareness. Moving on to a side topic now, how not to help. As well as everybody trying to help, there are some people that think they're helping, but not. And maybe this is a cultural thing. I don't think it is, but maybe it is. When people started to learn that I had cancer, I had lots of people kind of messaging me, contacting me, whatever. And some of these people, they try and help by sending remedies to cancer. And I don't think that people necessarily vet some of the things that they send on to the cancer patient. Because I get some ridiculous stuff sent to me by family members, friends. They're usually of an older generation. But I'm going to call it out here because I think it's very, very, very detrimental. I've been sent WhatsApp messages saying stop all your cancer treatment and just eat cassava. Mogo. Cassava is a cure for cancer. Then it goes on to tell you about some story about how somebody had cancer treatment and their treatment didn't go correctly and there was no other choice. They just ended up eating cassava for some reason and all of a sudden the cancer was cured. Great inspirational story, but with no medical fact behind it, no explanation of whether it was the cassava that cured the cancer. It's just forwarded on WhatsApp. That got sent and passed around somehow, and it got sent. I'm of the mind whereby I question the authenticity of something, regardless of who sent it. But could you imagine a cancer patient that had gone through medical treatment and it had failed. And their mental state is of such whereby they're down. They're not happy. They feel like they're going to die. They feel like the drugs that they've taken haven't worked. And they're grasping on to anything to give them a little bit of hope. And they receive a message like that and decide that they're not going to take the drugs and they're just going to eat cassava. That can potentially kill them. And I'm sure that wasn't the intention of the person that forwarded on that message. But what I'm trying to say is here, if you know somebody's going through cancer, don't send them messages like this. Don't, unless you're a medical expert with, a proven track record of this actually, being effective for the type of cancer that they have. Don't forward it on. Why? That's not help. You're not a doctor. Don't do it. And I'm not just saying this for cassava. Aloe vera, right? Big one in the Indian society. Everybody in the Indian society loves aloe vera. Now, I'm not saying aloe vera doesn't have any kind of healing properties. It does, I'm sure, right? For burns or whatever. But I've been told that, aloe vera is a cure for cancer. And in fact, if you actually go onto the cancer research website, there's actually a page dedicated to how aloe vera does not help treat cancer, cure cancer, used in any kind of way to deter cancer at all. Yet videos, YouTube videos, and they're there, all seem to be profusing this magical kind of plant that can cure cancer. And it doesn't. I've been told other things. Eating raw garlic. I've even been told that I'm not to worry about my cancer because there's a Bollywood star that's had cancer. He beat it. And because he beat it, I don't need to worry. My mind is blown by things like this, right? My mind is blown away by things like this. People blindly forward this kind of information. Information is not the right term. I want to swear, but I won't. This kind of disinformation, thinking that it's helping, and it's not. So be mindful of what you forward on to a cancer patient, because that cancer patient is going through a hell of a lot. They have a treatment plan, a medical treatment plan, a proven plan to beat their cancer. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. Nothing is 100%. But don't muddy the water by sending something that could have potentially have no medical benefit and could potentially upset the treatment plan that they're already on. So, think about the things that you forward on. Other things on how not to help. Don't shy away. If a cancer patient is openly talking about a cancer, then reach out to them, talk to them about it. I'm only human. I may have lost my hair, but I've not lost my soul. Right? Don't shy away. If you've got questions, ask. It's not rude. I'd rather you ask questions because I'm trying to spread awareness here. Right? People don't know what to say. I get that. They don't know how to approach a subject. I get that. But here's the thing, and this might be morbid, but it's better to talk now. Right? Even though you don't know how to, it's better to talk now, because what if this doesn't work out? What if this doesn't go my way? What if I'm not around anymore? You'll think, why didn't I speak to him? Because now I can't. So no matter how difficult it is, do it. Because you never know what can happen. I'm living day by day. I can't plan in advance. I'm living day by day. So you might not know what to say initially, but if you want to help, reach out, have a chat. Now, not everybody wants that. For me, I like hearing from people. All right, I like it, but for others, it might be different. But there you go. Slightly longer video this time round. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe. If you want to kind of follow my journey, find out how things are going. Like I said, I want to see this out through the end. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Round 5 going to start next week. Then there's one more round after that, and then I'm in remission, which I'm super happy about. That'll be good, right? That'd be good. But anyway, thank you for listening. If you've got any kind of questions, please reach out. Any kind of comments, please put them in. If you know me personally, you've got a way of contacting me, please do. You know, like I said, I'm only human. You know, there's no bad time. You know, if I pick up the phone, I'll pick up the phone. If I'm sleeping, I won't pick up the phone. You know, there you go. All right, have a good day. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.